Alright, geezers. Big Man Earth apologist back again with another shameless attempt to garner views. In today's Breaking Truths, Andrew Tate, the incel wizard himself, the grand master of inceldom and MGTOWism and all of this bullshit. He has announced his entrance into British politics. And what do I think about this? Well, he's a narcissistic blowhard who cares about nobody but himself and has made a career out of saying and doing outrageous things. And now he wants to be Prime Minister. Sounds like I've got competition, mate, but I don't have many views on Tate. He's, there's kind of a kinship there. We're both on the egotistic spectrum. We're both egotistic, but he's far more brash and naked and ugly with it. I, on the other hand, make it quite charming and debonair and dare I say adorable. I make narcissism quite appealing, So, his brand has never really been to my tastes, but he's going to enter British politics now. The beige Malteser himself is going to enter British politics. Difficult to do when you're actually barred from entering the country. If Andrew Tate was to step foot inside the United Kingdom, he would be arrested. There's an arrest warrant for him. I would say something silly like, no, he can't be Prime Minister. We don't elect convicted criminals, rapists, no. But then I look to America and think, well, if America's doing it, well, who knows? Who the fuck knows anymore? So, who's your favourite convicted rapist? Comment below. I've got a soft spot for Bill Cosby. Put it in your drink. But I'm not going to post this, it's fine. In other truths, amazing atheist TJ Kirk, if that's his real fucking name, has become the prestigious predator. Again, this guy's a fucking veteran. If you don't remember him, if you're some perpetual 15-year-old, you probably don't know who this geezer is. He's been around since, I want to say 2007. 2008 maybe. He's fucking old. This geezer is fucking old. So he's been hit quite recently with allegations of, I believe, rape of his younger sister. She was 5 and he was a teenager at that point. And this has just come out. He denies it, of course. I mean, come on, why wouldn't he? 100% of guilty people deny this sort of thing. So, I don't know about this. I was never a fan of him. I'm not a fan of atheists generally. Imagine being smug about something you don't do, innit? Imagine being so fucking dull you have to make something you don't do one of your core personality traits. Yeah, no, you know what I mean? Imagine wearing a shirt, that reads, "That's right, libtard, I'm not a heroin addict." Moron. You're a moron. But, yeah, all the veterans are getting carried away with these sort of allegations. I'm on the edge of my seat just waiting for the angry video game nerd to get busted for fucking insurance fraud. You know what I mean? Who next? They came for Doug Walker years ago. It's like that old poem, innit? First they came for Nostalgia Critic. I didn't speak up. I wasn't a fan of old films. Anything else? No, but I was never a fan of his content. Atheism in general doesn't speak to me. I've always identified more as like I call myself a Christ curious agnostic. Yeah, I'm Christ curious. Might have an experimental phase in college, but beyond that, I celebrate Christmas. I attend funerals in churches. Yeah, I like churches. I think they're beautiful buildings. I believe, if my memory serves me well, I fingered a girl in a church once. Good fun, good fun. The sort of unspeakable debauchery I've done on holy grounds. I couldn't say it here, dear viewer. I could not repeat those actions in words. But sad to see, really. Maybe he's innocent. Who knows? Comment below. Is TJ the prestigious predator, allegedly? The alleged abuser, yeah. Doesn't quite roll off the tongue like Amazing Atheist, but what else is there? Hang on. I'm opening up the folder. Oh, fucking hell. You know it's bad when he opens up the folder. But yes, TJ Kirk, the Amazing Atheist, is exposed for paedophilic predilections. And he's admitted to finding teenagers attractive. That's unfortunate, isn't it? I hate to see the suspicion. Gaydar, I've sort of got like a nonce thermometer in it. I can get a sense. I've spidey sense. He molests kids. And look at him. Look at Amazing Atheist. He looks like a nonce. And I hate that. Truly. Oh no, hang on. Oh no, I've got the stories mixed up. We've got a 2-for-1 paedophile special. Right, forget that. I've crossed the beams. No, Amazing Atheist dated a 14-year-old when he was 23, which is only marginally better than perfect. This is a perfect transition. Only slightly better than Sam Altman denying sexual abuse allegations made by his sister in lawsuit. And, Sam Altman, he's the OpenAI CEO geezer. He has been accused of repeatedly oh, God. Sorry, that's heavy. Jesus. I get trigger warnings. Fucking hell, warn me next time. His little sister is accusing him of, oh God. Yeah, bad things when she was 5. And he was a teenager. This is the sister-in-law suit. So, confusing that, because now I think it's sister-in-law, but it's not. It's sister-in-law suit. So, that's unfortunate, innit? The AI community are never going to recover from this. In other true, I can't believe I got them mixed up. Usually when I do that, it's to annoy people. Usually I do those things deliberately, like I'm tucking into a bowl of cereal, reading the news. That one was legitimately, that was a cock up on my end. Other truths, Corridor Digital, you know them. They did the... Excuse me? Fucking rude. They did the videos of Super Mario is a dry cleaner in real life videos. You know the ones where it was like CGI and it's Kirby, the little pink fella. It's Kirby, but he's real and he's head over heels in gambling debt, and people liked these videos once. Many eons ago, back in my youth, back when I was nothing but a young girl. Remember those days? And apparently they're still doing this shit, they're still making Slop. They're making CGI Slop, but now they're also making AI Slop. But that's not the story. The story is they are on the lookout for young people to essentially work for them for free. They've put out a little seeking message on X. Sorry, I'm not with it today. I'm not. But here we go. A channel with 10 million subs is asking for unpaid interns to work for them as editors. What do you think about that? My opinion is that's capitalism. Thanks for playing. I think there are people there who would go for this. I think experience is something that is not spoken about highly enough. At the end of the day, if you've got on your CV that you work for this big, famous entertainment company, that could open doors. To every corridor, there's a door, and maybe there's a door at the end of this one. But again, people want to be angry about this. How dare they look for young people to work for them for free? But they're being transparent about it. They're being open about it. 100% voluntary. If they voluntarily work for a company they admire, what's the issue? Because it's not like they're getting nothing out of it. They are getting experience. They are getting something to put on their resume. So I personally don't see what the outrage is. Again, maybe it's exploitative, but I'm an amoral monster. So, I'm sort of, what's the term? I'm sort of heart blind to these things. I don't fucking know. Is this bad? Comment below. Is this bad? Do you disagree with this? But if you are looking for a job that doesn't pay and you're proficient in DaVinci Resolve, whatever the fuck that is, maybe give the lads at Corridor a ring or a bell. That's weird, isn't it? Ring, bell. What other terms are there? Is there a link there? I've always wondered that. Words fascinate me. What is the link between millionaire and questionnaire? Right? What does nair mean? Comment below. What is a nair? What is the suffix nair? To nair. Weird. Very, very strange. Weird tangent. I've got to mix. They were right next to each other, Your Honour. I crossed the beams. TJ Kirk is apparently a full fat hebephile, and Sam Altman is an alleged full fat paedophile. So there you go. That's the update. H3H3 is pursuing legal action against Reddit group H3 Snark. Now, the thing on screen, there's more screenshots to this. This is part of a larger email, but I do not get paid enough. So you've got one bit of it. And they're essentially attempting to silence a subreddit critical of them, which doesn't surprise me at all. Again, H3H3, my issue with them isn't the fact they're a spineless, immoral, 40-year-old that dresses like they're 7. It isn't the fact they are a bloodthirsty Zionist. It isn't the fact they are... Well, no, actually, it is the fact they're a hypocrite. They decry sweatshop labour while using sweatshop labour for Teddy Fresh. I have no doubt they decry, plagiarism and theft, and yet they've been accused many a time of stealing designs for their t-shirts. Now, let me make one thing clear. I do not give a fuck about that. All right, I do not come on here to moralise. I don't come to you to tut and wag my fucking finger at you. I'm the one person, allegedly, apparently, who doesn't do that. I don't do that. I do not do this for morals. I do this to tell the truth. All right? And I will tell you what I am, and I'll tell you what other people are. That's all I can offer you, dear viewer. All I can offer you is the truth, and you come here for the truth. But this is my issue with H3H3. They pretend to be whiter than white. Absolute fucking saints. Oh, look at us. We're good leftists. We're so fucking socially conscious. And yet they're bigger scumbags than me. At least I tell you I'm a scumbag. Wouldn't you rather that? Wouldn't you rather someone who tells you what they are to your, I don't know, screen? As opposed to, you know, I've always believed this. I would rather be friends with an honest crook than a lying saint. And H3 are very much the latter. They act like they're these pure, good fucking people. And they do. They tut and they wag their fingers at everyone else. Meanwhile, they've got so many skeletons in the closet, it's like a YMCA Halloween party. See, that works on multiple levels. Wordplay. I'm a bit of a genius. I don't know if I mentioned that before. I'm a little bit of a genius. Is that everything for today? I think we've got more H3 news, actually. A little bit of politics to break up the monotony. President-elect Trump has announced Dr. Gregory House as his pick for Secretary of Health and Human Services. That's interesting. What do you think about that? Comment below. I have no idea who either of these people are. I don't know. This Donald Trump fella, he looks interesting. We're not doing that one. We've done far too many Predator stories in one video. Closing, I suppose. Hang on. Yes, closing. This video, I'll be completely honest, I haven't seen this, but I will have an opinion on it regardless.
Selling themselves or benefiting off of being seen sexually.
I wanted to disappear.
You're a monster, dude.
You guys are crazy.
Why did you do that?
Zach, what the f***, bro?
H3, Ethan Klein, Bloodthirsty Zionist, you know the drill. He has laughed and found a jolly good fun time out of, what's her name, QT Rapunzel. I get not paid enough. Foom does not pay me enough. This woman, distraught on camera, essentially bawling her eyes out over deep fake nudes of her circulating online, and he finds it very good fun. You know, Ethan Klein, ardent feminist, always has been, and once again he shows his true colours. He's an oily, snake-like individual. And, a lot of his old fans have turned on him, rightly so. Wouldn't you rather have an honest dickbag than, some pristine pussy that's got grime under the surface? Don't know what that analogy is, but you know what I mean. Wouldn't you rather have an honest cock? That's all I can offer you. My wonderful budding enthusiasts out there. That's all I can offer you is an honest cock. Gave my fiance an honest cock earlier. It was good. Honestly, underrated missionary. I don't do missionary enough. That was actually really pleasant. Pop her up on the pillows. I'm tall. I'm 6 foot. It's difficult. Logistically, it's quite difficult. But good fun. Comment below. What's your favourite position? And I've done 19 minutes. Oh, thank fuck. I can fuck off now. I love you. God bless yourself. And as usual, I'm getting more regular. I did warn you. I threatened this. I told you this would happen. As usual, I am sorry you had to hear it from me.